Today's agenda is Introduction to Educational Initiatives, learning the basics of area and perimeter with the help of an experienced math teacher, going further into practicing area and perimeter questions using Mindspark, a quiz for parents, understanding the uniqueness of Mindspark live class, and answering any questions that you may have. So I take this opportunity to welcome Ms. Ranjini Mitra, an experienced maths teacher. Ranjini, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Anita.
Why don't you say something about yourself and about educational initiatives and take this webinar ahead?
Thank you, Anita. A very, very warm welcome to all the parents and children who are here today with us. We are going to learn something from Mindspark today. So I am a trained maths teacher, Ranjini Mitra, and I have been involved with children in the sense that what really interests me when my children start loving mathematics. So that I think is my area of expertise. So let us now talk about educational initiatives, the organization that I represent. So educational initiatives is a research-based organization, educational research in pedagogy. That is what we specialize in. And we work with student outcomes through our assessment and learning tools, and we provide learning solutions to children. Our vision is creating a world where children everywhere are learning with understanding. We have our footprints with Mindspark beyond the boundaries of our country. We have almost 10 lakh students and we are in 19 countries. And what is remarkable is that we have some 5 billion student data response, which give us deep insight as to how children learn the best. And that helps us to ensure that we give you the best learning solutions. And that, of course, leads us to Mindspark, which is a very popular learning tool for mathematics, because we have almost more than 10 lakh students learning Mindspark. And we also have more than 10 million assessments which have been conducted through our products, right? So that's what educational initiatives is all about.
Amazing, Ranjini ma'am. So educational initiatives is a pioneer and clearly a leader in online assessments and education. But why this concept of area and perimeter have you chosen for today's webinar?
Yes, that is a very pertinent question, because area and perimeter is a very important topic in grade 4 and 5. And as you can see from this slide, learning area perimeter is dependent on very clear understanding of measurements in grade 3. And again, a fantastic or a very clear conceptual understanding of area and perimeter in grade 4 and 5 leads the children to a better understanding for volume, mensuration, 2D figures, trigonometry, coordinate geometry, even calculus. So as you can see in maths, as in other subjects as well. So everything is interlinked, you see. And what they study in one grade is based on what they did in the previous grade. And that becomes a base for the higher grades. So that's why area perimeter is very important.
Okay, so what are we waiting for, Ranjini? Let's embark on this journey of learning area and perimeter.
Yes.
The stage is yours.
Yes, Anita, thank you so much. So what I'm going to tell my students here is, students, just be very alert now. Keep your paper and pen ready. We're going to do some interesting maths now. And there's going to be poll. So you can answer your questions through the poll. So Anita, I'm going to share my screen now.
Yes, please go ahead.
All right. So here I am. And this is going to be, yes. So I have my first question for my brilliant children over here today. Let's look at this question. All right, can see annotations have begun. So I'm going to stop the sharing and I have to ensure that all right, just give me a second, please. All right, all right. We need to disable the participants. But Anita, I thought we had already done that, isn't it?
Yes, I did it. Maybe when we change, when you start screen sharing, it gets enabled.
Yes. So children, there you are. That's your question. Which of these styles do not have a definite area? Watch,
And I'm
read the
starting
question
the poll.
carefully. Yeah. See, look at the options given. There are 4 options, and there is a small tile in a square shape, one circle, and one irregular shape. Come on, children.
And the poll has
Answer.
started. You get 30 seconds to answer this question. Come on, children. Let's answer this question.
They're answering
15
fast.
seconds left. Parents, please do not help your children to solve this question. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're done.
All right. So, Anita, are we going to share the poll results now?
No. Why don't you continue with your question? Why don't you explain and we'll do the other questions and then I'll share the poll results.
I think that's a very good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this whiteboard, which is completely blank. Can you see this? It's completely blank. Let's now take tile 1 and let's put it on the whiteboard and let's shade it. I can see that it is covering some space. So what is area? Area is space covered by any closed figure. And then I'm going to also draw this irregular shape. So Anita, do you think these 3 shapes are covering the space?
Yes, Ranjani, they are. They are covering.
Okay. Now, I'm sure my children are thinking, how does one calculate the area of the irregular shape? So that's what this grid is here for. So you need to draw this figure on the grid and then you need to calculate the area. But of course, later on, I have a specific question only for learning this. So we are going to move on to question number 2. Children, come on, children, be ready with your second question. There you are. There you are. Where's your second question? All right. Just give me a second, please. Yes. Yes. Here is your second question. Please see the question very carefully. It says, which of the following shapes have no perimeter? So as you can see.
Okay, I start the poll.
Children, please answer.
30 seconds.
Answer your understanding on the poll. Yes, they are coming fast.
Very, very enthusiastic, right, Ranjani?
Absolutely. That's, I think, a teacher's delight to see
15 seconds left.
Children, what else does the teacher need?
10 seconds left. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The poll ends.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Anita. Thank you so much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain this because like you said, you will be sharing the results with us later, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So the question said, which of the following shapes have no perimeter? I'm going to start with figure 1. So figure 1, remember what was perimeter? Perimeter is the length of the boundary of a closed figure. So as you can see, there is a boundary and I'm able to draw the boundary and it closes as well. So that has a perimeter. Figure 2, I'm going to explain over here. So that's a ribbon. And you know what? I like to decorate my ribbons. So I've decided to put a nice little lace around the ribbon. I need to buy the lace, but how much lace to buy? I don't know. So I am going to measure the boundary of that ribbon. Yes, right? So let's say I have a thread and I use that And then I will use that thread maybe on a ruler to find out the length. So, and it is a closed figure, and I was able to do the boundary as well. But if I go to figure 3, what do I notice? I start from here, I go here, then here, I come down, but what happened here? There is a gap here. There is a gap here. So obviously this is this does not have a perimeter, right? Okay. So the correct answer probably is what? It is figure 3, option C. Okay, we'll know the answers later. In the meanwhile, can we go and look at question number 3? Let's see. I have another question here for you, children. Perimeter is the length of the boundary of a shape. See, so there is a reinforcement of the concept. It is telling me what is a perimeter. And then it is asking me which of these shapes would have a perimeter. Come on, the poll is going to start any second now.
Poll. 30 seconds, students, to answer this question.
Okay.
Come on.
I can see they are answering fast,
yes.
fast.
Interesting. So very enthusiastic. Okay, good. Come on, more answers. Okay. So we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I end the poll.
And you know what, Anita? I know you're going to tell me the results later, but let me tell you, I'm very happy with this bunch of children. They are very smart. They're indeed very smart. So how we are going to see what is the correct answer? So I know where the doubt can come. The doubt can come for this shape, right? Because this shape goes like this. It's so like, right? Yeah. Okay. So how do we know whether it has perimeter or not? Does it have boundary? Yes, of course it has boundary. I just drew it, right? And the shape closed here. And then of course we have shape 4, which again it looks almost 3-dimensional, but it is a closed figure, right? And then of course shape 1. Now the question which arises, which children you must ask yourself afterwards is, whenever you look at a shape, you have to think, can it be measured? Can it be measured? When I say it, what do I mean? What do I mean when I say it? I mean the length of the boundary. I mean length of the boundary, right? So children, my question is, what you should probably know is how to measure. So you see, Anita, what Mindspark does is it includes, it links concepts. So measurement is closely related to understanding of perimeter. Now let us go and show our next question to our enthusiastic and bright students today here. Yes, children, read this question carefully before the poll begins. 2 identical posters like the one shown below are pasted on a wall, right? And then the teacher is asking Navya and Manju to paint the entire area of one poster each. Navya is painting like this. Manju is painting like this. So now, who covered the full area of the poster? Please answer on the poll. The poll is starting any second now. It has
30
been launched.
seconds to answer this question. Okay. Yes. Interesting.
Interesting. We are looking at the answers which are coming in.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. 10
oh my
more
God.
seconds, students.
Okay. This is a very, very interesting poll. I must say, Anita, you know what I mean when you're looking at it. Yes?
Yes. Yes. Okay. The poll comes to an end.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the solution. Let me teach you this. Okay. So here is Navya's poster and here is Manju's poster. So which color did Navya use? Let us see. She took yellow. So I'm going to take yellow color and I'm going to paint Navya's poster. I'm going to do exactly what she has done. Okay. I'm going to do exactly. And then we will ask Anita ma'am to give us the right answer. Let's see. Let's see this. So children, can you see I have done almost what? Not a very neat job. That's because I'm in a big hurry. Right. Let me now do what Manju has done. Let's see what Manju did. Manju painted her poster like this because she said, I want to do this. Anita ma'am, which of them covered the full area of the poster?
I
What do
think
you think?
the yellow one, Navya. Navya covered the full, figure.
Full figure, right? It says full area. Full area was done by Navya. So Navya painted the area. And what do you think Manju did?
It's a boundary, or what you call
Yes,
a perimeter.
correct. Yes, so
Yes.
she painted the boundary, right? So if
Right.
she painted the boundary, it means she painted the perimeter.
Correct.
Same question, in the same question, it is testing the misconception that children have about area and perimeter. So I have done with my 4 questions. I'm handing over to you, Anita, now to start the next part of the session. And I think you have something very exciting for
Yes,
parents.
before
Yes.
I announce the poll, why leave the parents behind? Let's
Sure.
ask them. Children, I hope your parents are there with you, because now I will share a question for them. Look at this question. Parents, have a paper and a pen with you. Look at this question. Make a square, divide it into 2 parts with equal area. Okay, and the options are, would you do it like it is shown in A, or would you do it like it is or in C, or in D, or in E? And I launched the poll, but for parents, I will give only 20 seconds. Is that fair, Ranjini?
Of course it is. I think parents should be able to answer this, or rather do this activity. I hope they have the paper and pen, paper ready in their hand, because I have my paper ready in my hand.
Okay.
Interesting
Okay,
reply we are getting.
Having
yes.
enthusiastic
Yes.
parents answering this question.
Of course.
And the poll comes to an end.
All right. That's interesting.
And
very interesting. Okay. Okay.
And just a second. Have we got most of them answering A, which is dividing the square horizontally? Okay, parents, you can raise your hand by selecting the hand icon.
Okay, interesting. I can see 27, 34. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of parents have answered.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay, now let's see what is the right answer. Okay. And Ranjini, with your expertise, help us and help the parents to understand this solution.
So you know what? Like, I had the paper in my hand, right? So when we are asked to fold a paper, I think intuitively, I've tried it with myself, that I just do it like this. But you know what? I saw many parents said this way. Yeah, many parents said this way. And you know what? Yes. So what happened was, but you know what? It can be done this way. It can be done this way. And then, of course, in the image, can you show us the image again, Anita? Yes. So in the image, can you see there are so many different ways of doing that? And I would advise all the children and parents to do this activity after this webinar. Work it out. It can be a nice game, because as you can see, there are some, the left hand side lower 3 images. That's very interesting. Will they give us the result or not? You need to play this game and work it out later on.
Okay, so Ranjini, now let's look at the poll results of the children who answered the questions that you showed.
Yes, I'm very excited to see that. Okay, okay. Oh gosh. So I can see a lot of misconceptions here. Yes?
Yes.
So I can see the question number 1 again, 167% children answered it incorrectly. Remember that shape was not closed, right? So I really hope that the misconceptions got removed, but of course we'll see it later. Can we move
Yes.
on to the next?
Let's look at the parents' poll results. So 61%, 26% said this, the
option A.
Yes, yes. And
yes.
Option B, that is the vertical way. 32%.
Yes, 32%. Yes.
Yes.
So that's what I said, interestingly, this crowd actually did this first, which was amazing. Yes. All right.
Yes.
So, an interesting results.
So now I am a little, I would say a little uncomfortable because we went through a brief session where you spoke about what is area, what is perimeter, and it gave us an idea. But I see with the poll results that children have not really understood the concept of area and perimeter. What
Correct.
You call that a term, right? In classroom.
Yes. We call that a learning gap. It can be a misconception also. And this happens because in my entire teaching experience, in a classroom, the teacher student ratio would be like 1:30, 1:35 maybe, and maybe 1:40. And what I realized was that in spite of my best efforts and planning the session completely, and what I realized was 100% curriculum I taught, but the learned curriculum was only 70%. And there was a 30%, plus or minus a few numbers here and there. There was a learning gap there, right? This was in the situation where I was in a live classroom facing the children. Yes,
exactly. And that is a situation where you have the students physically with you. Correct. So now in this pandemic where children are sitting at home and not in school, what do you think is the learning gap going to be?
I don't know. It's a huge area of concern for us because first of all, this 100% taught curriculum also, I'm not too sure how we are managing, right? This is a very unprecedented situation which has come up. So in this situation, actually, like I said, things can get a wee bit alarming if we don't take the right steps as educators.
Okay, so let me share this report that we have seen is learning loss due to schools, due to this pandemic will be as high as 50%, and especially in mathematics, right? So but we can't sit quiet and not help our students to learn. Right. So what is your suggestion, or what is your take on this?
My take is very simple. I'm saying that even if there is a learning gap of a 6 months or a 1 year learning gap can be very, very, damaging for the children. They might just be pushed back in their learning. So that's actually as serious as that. It can happen. And recently I read a paper, I think it's the same one which you shared, the Harvard work, it was done in April, and they are sharing their concerns as to how soon can we begin these online classes or carry on continuing hand-holding children.
So this thing of spiral learning that you said, so if in this pandemic situation, something is not learned by the child, will it have an impact in the, will have an impact in the year to come?
Yes, it will. In fact, Anita, over the years, I have liked to say that maths, I mean, obviously other subjects also, but more in maths, it's like a building, So let's say we have grade 5 or 6 children over here today. And what if they forget what they had learned the previous year, because the academic year is fifth. So maybe in year four, whatever they had learned, it was like a building block. So what if I take that out? What's going to happen to the blocks above, right? As they go to the
Yes.
higher classes,
So
they are going to struggle a lot. I would like to, I know we are doing area perimeter, but an example like factors and multiples, because understanding of HCF LCM in class 5 depends on understanding of factors and multiples, which again is based on understanding my four operations very well. It's as interlinked as that, even the skills.
So we have this option of exposing our children to more tuitions, more the schools might conduct extra classes to bridge this learning gap and such things. But what do you think is the solution?
Actually, yes, we are recently seeing a lot of ideas, a lot of people coming in and saying that yes, online can be done through videos, which I really don't think so. We can talk about that. That's passive learning, because just because I'm going to watch a video, so if I want to learn making I mean, let's not talk about education. What if I want to learn how to cook a nice dish, a Spanish dish? Will I be able to just say, okay, I've become a master by watching the video? I need to do it, right? The doing part. That's very important.
Okay. So, are you talking of being led by a teacher who creates an impact on a student?
Yes, basically, see, you cannot take the human factor away. Students need a teacher, a guide, a facilitator, somebody who's going to support them. And if in this scenario, if we have a teacher connected to the children online on we have various platforms now, Google, Zoom, Microsoft, and then, there is an impactful teaching session happening. Combined with that, if we have a product like Mindspark, which gives you the daily eye practice, the intelligent practice, not just the repeated block practice of very similar questions. No, it's like the questions should be interlinked. The concepts should be interlinked, like we did with area perimeter. And of course, the skills also can be interlinked, which is, let's say, procedural fluency with conceptual understanding. And then the teacher also then draws insight from Mindspark, from this daily practice, and she uses that knowledge in her teaching session. I think that is the way to master maths.
So why do we wait? Why not do this impactful teaching? You do the impactful teaching and we use Mindspark and we show it how Mindspark Live can work.
Of course, sure. So if you can...
I think you need to share the screen.
Yes. I need to share my screen. So let me just quickly take everybody to... All right. Okay. So let us take a good look at... I'm going to start my... Yes, slideshow. Is my slide visible, Anita?
Yes. Let's hurry, Ranjini. Let's hurry.
Of course. So see, Mindspark is a browser-based, I would say, an intervention. It's a browser-based intervention, and children need to put in their user login IDs. They'll be given a login IDs, they'll be given password, and they will log in, and they will arrive at their student interface. So as you can see over here, we have area perimeter. So I am Ranjini and I'm doing this. I have already worked on area perimeter, and now it's saying continue. And here's my first question. So you remember we talked about the concept of area, and I said calculating area on the grid. So this is my question, and I'm looking at the grid and saying, okay, I think the answer is what, 12? Is it 12? Oh, no, I got it wrong, because there were these 4 half grids over here in this side. So I missed out on that. And then the answer should be actually 14 centimeters squared. So Mindspark is explaining to me, what the correct answer is. Again, now this question is based on that one question which we did earlier. So let us say for some reason I have not understood this, right? And I am answering C as the correct answer. I'm thinking figure 3 does not have perimeter, but Mindspark says no. C is incorrect. The correct answer is figure 2 because C has a boundary, but 2 is not closed. Remember, it's not closed figure, right? Okay, now I move on to the next question, which combines the concepts of area and perimeter. It says, look at the figures below, which two have the same area but different
May
perimeter.
I answer this?
Of
I
course.
think it's 1 and 3, Ranjini.
Anita, maybe at one glance it looks like that. And yes, students might make that mistake, but let's see what if happens if I select that. Mindspark says, no, it is incorrect because you have not calculated. You have not calculated the area and perimeter. It's shape 1 and 2, even if they look so different. So I would suggest my children, make a note of this, take a screenshot maybe, and later on you can work it out. You can work out whether Mindspark was right or wrong. Now let us look at this question. Now I'm a student. I'm not so happy. I'm now going to really focus hard on my question. It says, okay, 1 centimeter each. Which tile has the greatest area? Now, because Mindspark has taught me in the previous ones, I'm counting and I think I have the right answer. Let's see. Yes, I got the right answer. Yes. So I learned it fast, but maybe you won't learn it so fast, and then you will need some more questions. Here's one more question for everyone. Now, this is a difficult question. Yes, seems a little challenging to me. There is a triangle here, and I have to cut out a square of measuring 2 centimeters side, and I have to cut out in different places. So you know what, children, you can do this. You can do this. And the question is, which one will have the least area? Okay, right? So I answered D. I'm saying all have same area. And I got it correct. But you know what, good. Anita? At a glance, first I thought that C is the one which has the largest area and A has probably the least area. But you know what? I'm going to tell my students to again take a screenshot of this and work this out. I'm done. So for me today, I'm done with Mindspark. I just ask you to take this over and continue to talk about Mindspark.
Yes, Ranjini, one thing that I noticed is these questions are not similar, not similar to what we find in the textbooks. They are different, and they kind of force you to think.
Correct.
And think beyond the definition,
Yes.
So, okay. So now I am like confused. Okay. That
yes.
We have so many, online programs and teaching tools.
Correct.
Which promise to do a lot of things. But when I look at them, I see that they are either just, videos being played without any interaction between the student and the video, or the focus is just to, finish the curriculum in a go and not actually look at understanding. Okay. The student ratio may be more, and so the teacher or the facilitator is not able to give attention.
Correct.
Even the parental interaction or the involvement is very, very minimal.
True.
And there are a host of other reasons, but I also feel they are very, very expensive. Okay. So now, do you think that we could have something like what you did as a teacher and a program like Mindspark?
Yes. In fact, I would love to share that with my friends over here, parents and children. So we in our team has started something called Mindspark Live Class. And do you know, Anita, the teacher-student ratio is going to be 1:20. And there'll be a co-facilitator. We will give personal attention to each child beyond classroom hours. We have a fantastic faculty, very highly experienced, trained qualified. And of course, we have Mindspark, which is based on artificial intelligence and machine learning technology. And it is customized to each child, his or her pace and level of understanding. So it also removes doubts, it remediates concepts, and there's a lot of discipline in the class and the practice. I've already had some 5 sessions and they're going on very well. And we have weekly and monthly tests, reports. We give every session, we send a report. And of course, we do a parent interaction, parent and facilitator interaction once a month. And the cost, let me tell you, is very surprising. Very surprising.
Okay.
And yes,
we will talk about the cost, I think. So let me put this together. So we'll have Mindspark program, which will give the child intelligent practice, which is personalized to each student's need. And we will have a live class, in a teacher who will conduct the class. We marry these two together and we get 100% learning via Mindspark live class. Have I understood this correct, Ranjini?
absolutely, absolutely correct. It is
I
going
like
to be
the
very
confidence with which you are saying, but what gives you that confidence when you say that there will be 100% learning?
Yes, again, a very pertinent question, Anita. So the validation of Mindspark. So yes, we have been a research topic for Harvard Business School, Stanford Social Innovation Review, JPAL, Economist. We have the WISE, which is an initiative of the Qatar Foundation, and India Didactics Association. Do you know UNESCO has declared Mindspark as one of the top 10 online mathematics learning tool? So if these
Top 10 in the world?
Yes.
Ranjini, is it top
10 in the world?
Oh.
Yes, 10 in the world. So we have been reviewed and recognized and awarded. And that's why we say, yes, Mindspark is effective.
Okay. So students, children, and parents, the main features, once again, of the Mindspark live class is starting from July to December, it is 24 to 26 weeks of teacher classroom, and which is divided as 2 hours in a week, 2 classes, 1 hour each day. So 2 hours in a week, followed by 30 minutes of Mindspark practice, which gives you 5 hours per week of total mathematics.
Yes.
It caters to grades 3 to 10 and covers all the syllabi, that is ICSC, CBSC, IB, and state boards. Am I right, Ranjini?
Absolutely right.
Okay. And reiterating what Ranjini has shared, teachers in Mindspark live class are highly qualified, very experienced, and eager to teach. There is going to be a lot of parental involvement in Mindspark live class because we will have regular interactions with the parents through weekly and monthly reports, parent-teacher meetings, or what we call open house. If your child misses a class, we will share the recording of the class, which will help the child to cover up that loss. The platform for teacher intervention is Zoom, while it's Mindspark for intelligent practice. What you need is a good device like a laptop, a tablet, or a smartphone, and a stable and a strong internet.
Yeah, or a tablet or a smartphone. Yes. Connection.
Now, what does a student get out of this? Because Mindspark is supported or developed using artificial intelligence and machine learning, and the fact that it is personalized to each student's need and ability, you can be sure your child will be learning concepts with permanent understanding. The practice that is offered, the games, the worksheets, and the assessments or the tests will ensure that concepts are understood and are in a position to be applied by the student. All this put together, artificial intelligence, machine learning, practice, games, worksheets, and the fact that there is a teacher who's looking after the needs of your child will ensure that your child is prepared to take the exams and come out with flying colors and definitely without any fear of maths. Parents, for you, there is weekly and monthly reports which will help you track what your child is doing and help you track what the teacher is doing from her end. Mindspark will offer the best of both worlds with human intervention and with technology, which will definitely result in improved performance of your child, and he will become an independent learner. So now we come to the cost element of Mindspark Live class. It's 24 to 26 weeks of live classes where a teacher will teach and 52 weeks of Mindspark. This comes at a cost of 8,400 rupees per year or 700 rupees per month. But we are offering a discount of 20%, and this cost comes down to 6,740 rupees a year or 562 rupees per month.
Wow, that's amazing. Huh? It's
really
we have
good. Batches which have already started, but new batches are again due to start from the 29th of July. So parents and children, please hurry and register for the Mindspark live class. To register, please log into www.mindspark.in and select Purchase Mindspark and register for the Mindspark live class. If you have any queries, please write. You may reach us at harit@ei-india.com or call us on our toll-free number 1800-102-885 or even message us at 9879-210756. Those of you who are interested, please take a screenshot of this and which will help you to connect with us.
Anita?
Our team will call you, will connect with you, and we request you to share your feedback with us. And now with Ranjini and me, we will be happy to answer any questions if you put them on the chat. Ranjini, enable the chat.
I have done it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say?
Please give your feedback, your questions, your other questions. You can call on the numbers, phone numbers given on this slide. And even you can mail it to harit@ei-india.com. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Parents, if you do have queries, please put them on the chat and we will answer them.
Okay, how do you log in into Mindspark? Yes, you will get all the information. You will get all the information once you take the product.
This class, okay, someone is asking, this class is every day? No, twice a week is with the teacher, and then you do Mindspark
on the rest of the days.
Yes.
So you see, you do a class, let's say you're in class 5, so you will be studying with me on a Tuesday, on a Monday and a Thursday, and rest of the days, you can just do Mindspark, which will be again monitored by the teacher. Somebody asked how to buy it. Just go to Google and type mindspark.in. Okay.
Shall I go back to that screen, Ranjini?
Yes. And you can also, can you please note down this URL, www.mindspark.in. Once you go there, there will be a button over there. I think, Anita, if you click on this purchase Mindspark, will it take you to that page?
Yes,
so that
it
so
will.
our, so our children can see that page and get familiar with it. Class is very nice. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, is it available?
Or you may call us on these numbers and we will help you. How to avail discount? Please call us in the next 1 hour and this discount is available. What
yes,
was
you
the
have
price?
to pay.
Okay.
Somebody asked, do we have to pay? Yes, we have to pay. Oh, somebody has purchased Mindspark. Wonderful. That's great.
Okay,
That's
I'm
great.
sharing the price information again.
Yes.
It's 6,740 rupees for the whole year. And it is, which works out to 562 rupees per month. Somebody has said it was fantastic. Thank you for all the positive feedback and appreciation.
And children, the timings of the class and all, you will get to know once you join, right? Or you can call on those numbers to get more details. There is a toll-free number. There is a phone number. I'm reading out the phone number again. 9879-210-756. Please note it. Okay. It is available in other countries. Yes. Which countries we have, Anita?
We have Malaysia.
Yeah, we said it together.
We have Malaysia. We have the Middle East. We have the
Africa.
US.
Yes. Somebody is saying, I have purchased. Very good. So if you have purchased Mindspark, you must sign up for the online class also. Okay? Yes. Anyone send the number? I'm calling out the number. Please note it down again. 9879 210 756. You can call here. Okay. Somebody said, I cannot join, but it's nice. Well, that's very unfortunate, but yes, you must try. You must try. Yes. All right. Yes. Yes.
Is it your team?
Team.
Yes, it is our team which has
our
created.
team. Yes, absolutely. All our questions are prepared by our team. So I think, Anita, we need to sign out now.
Adieu. Yes. Ranjini, thank you so much for this lovely session.
One second. Somebody asked, is it there in Oman? Again, I would suggest, please call on that toll-free number, 1800-102-885, or write on that email saying harit@ei-india.com. Okay? All right. Somebody had some questions, comments saying, I have doubts. Can you take attendance? Okay, Lasya. Okay, Lasya. Okay, I have noted your name. Thank you, Lasya, for saying that to me. All right. Okay, bye, everyone.
Ranjini, thank you so much for, making, helping us learn and understand area and perimeter, a small part of it. And for this lovely information on Mindspark live class, where it is impactful teaching by a teacher and backed by intelligent practice on Mindspark, right? Thank you so much. Thank you, parents and children, for being on this webinar and,
stay safe wherever they are.
Stay safe and bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye. Take care.